You won't believe what just shook the hip-hop world to its core. The news dropped like a bombshell. Young Thug's own brother, the man closest to him through thick and thin, has just been sentenced to life behind bars. Yes, life. No parole. No second chances. The family is shattered. Fans are in disbelief, and the streets are buzzing with rumors that run deeper than anyone expected. Emotions ran high as this shocking verdict tore through their once tight-knit circle, leaving questions no one's ready to answer. How did it come to this? Was there betrayal? Secrets? And what does this mean for Young Thug himself, who's already had his own share of run-ins with the law? The tension is unbearable, and insiders say this isn't just about a sentence, it's about a family on the brink of collapse. Stay tuned, because what's coming next will shock you even more. With explosive twists, heated confrontations, and a fallout nobody saw coming. This is more than just news, it's a saga. So buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the drama behind the headlines. And trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this roller coaster ride. The streets have been buzzing non-stop. Ever since the news broke, Young Thug's brother, known in the streets as Lil Duke, has been handed a life sentence. It's a verdict that has rocked not just their family, but the entire hip-hop community. Insiders close to the family say emotions have been running so high that some haven't even been able to sleep. Fans are shocked, friends are heartbroken, and the family was left divided like never before. What started as whispers in the underground now exploded into full-blown chaos. This story isn't just about a court ruling. It's about loyalty, betrayal, and secrets that many wanted to keep. Buried. Lil Duke and Young Thug were more than just siblings. They were practically inseparable growing up. Sources say Thug always looked out for Duke, even when things got rough. The bond between them was legendary, the kind of relationship you see in movies. But behind closed doors, there were tensions no one expected. Rumors swirled that Duke got mixed up with the wrong crowd, and that Thug tried everything to pull him back. But fate had other plans. The night of the arrest, eyewitnesses report a heated argument broke out between Duke and a rival group, which spiraled out of control. What exactly happened that night remains murky, but court documents claim that Duke was involved in a serious incident that led to multiple charges stacked against him. When the trial started, everyone expected Thug to show up and support his brother, but things didn't go as planned. Insiders revealed that Thug was nowhere to be found during the most crucial moments. Some say he was advised by his legal team to stay silent, while others whisper about a family rift that might have started brewing years ago. Emotions ran high in the courtroom when the verdict was announced: life sentence without parole. Duke's reaction was heartbreaking. He broke down in tears, realizing this was the end of the line. Thug's family sat in stunned silence, unable to grasp the full weight of what just happened. The fallout was immediate and explosive. Thug's social media pages flooded with messages from fans demanding answers, while conspiracy theories ran rampant. Some claimed Duke was set up, while others blamed Thug for not doing enough. Friends close to the family say there was a tense confrontation between Thug and his mother right after the verdict. Eyewitnesses say the argument escalated quickly, with accusations flying about loyalty, responsibility, and who really failed Duke. The family was left divided, with some supporting Thug's decisions and others condemning him for abandoning his brother in the hardest time. As the news spread, the music industry reacted too. Several collaborators of Thug released statements, expressing shock and sadness, while some distanced themselves, fearing the controversy could harm their own careers. Insiders say this could affect Thug's upcoming projects and partnerships, with sponsors reconsidering their support. The pressure on Thug is now immense, balancing his public image while dealing with a family crisis that won't go away anytime Soon, industry insiders say this saga is far from over and that the real drama has only just begun. Fans who followed Thug's journey know that this isn't the first time he's faced personal struggles in the spotlight. But Lil Duke's life sentence is on a whole different level. People close to Duke describe him as a misunderstood soul who got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Some claim that Duke's involvement in the case was exaggerated by the prosecution to make an example out of him. Friends from the neighborhood say Duke always wanted to turn his life around, but lacked the right guidance. And Thug, busy with his own battles, wasn't always there to help. The emotional toll on the family has been devastating, with many saying this tragedy has revealed cracks that were always there but hidden beneath the surface. The courtroom drama itself was intense, with unexpected witnesses stepping forward, some retracting their statements and others contradicting earlier testimonies. At one point, the defense team accused the prosecution of withholding key evidence that could have cleared Duke. Thug's legal team tried to push for a retrial, citing procedural errors, but those attempts were denied. Emotions ran high during every hearing, with supporters of Duke shouting slogans, calling for justice, and some even protesting outside the courthouse. The tension was palpable, as if the entire city was holding its breath. What makes this story even more shocking are the whispers of betrayal inside the family circle. Sources close to Thug claim that one of Duke's closest friends might have been the real mastermind behind the crime Duke was accused of, apparently. This friend turned on Duke during the trial to save himself. Thug reportedly confronted this friend in a private meeting that turned heated, with threats exchanged and doors slammed. Some insiders say Thug feels completely betrayed, torn between protecting his brother and exposing the truth. This betrayal has caused a deep rift between Thug and some of his longtime associates, leaving the family's inner circle fractured. The emotional roller coaster hasn't ended there. Duke's significant other was spotted breaking down outside the prison after the sentencing, pleading with the guards for a moment alone with him. Sources say she blames Thug for not doing enough to fight for Duke's freedom and accuses the family of turning their backs on her. The drama spilled over into social media, where heated exchanges between Duke's supporters and Thug's fans created a wildfire of controversy. Some even accused Thug of being involved in shady deals that indirectly contributed to Duke's downfall. While none of these claims have been proven, they've added fuel to an already explosive situation. In the midst of all this chaos, there's an unexpected twist. An anonymous source leaked a video clip showing Thug and Duke having a tense phone conversation just days before the verdict. In the video, Thug sounds frustrated and distant, telling Duke, "You gotta face the consequences. Man, this ain't just about us anymore." Duke, in turn, pleads for support, saying, "I'm scared, Thug. I need you now more than ever." This raw exchange reveals a family torn apart by fear, anger, and disappointment. Fans say this call showed the real human side of these larger-than-life figures, trapped in a nightmare none of them wanted. Yet, despite everything, some family members are trying to hold the pieces together. Thug's mother, known for her resilience, has reportedly been counseling both her sons separately, urging them to find peace and forgiveness. She's become the unexpected glue, trying to heal wounds that seem impossible to close. Insiders reveal that family dinners have turned into therapy sessions, with emotions spilling out and long-held grudges being aired. It's a desperate attempt to save what's left of the family's legacy before it crumbles completely. But not everyone is convinced this will end peacefully. Whispers of a looming fallout between Thug and some of his closest allies have been growing louder. People say there's talk of a public statement, or even a music release where Thug might finally address the situation directly. Fans are on edge, waiting to see if Thug will break his silence or if this tragedy will push him further into isolation. Meanwhile, Duke is adjusting to life behind bars. reportedly struggling with the reality of his sentence and the loneliness it brings. As we move deeper into this story, one thing is clear: this is no ordinary family drama. It's a high-stakes battle for survival, loyalty, and redemption, played out under the harsh spotlight of fame and fortune. Every twist seems to uncover a new layer of complexity, every revelation adding more tension to an already explosive mix. The question on everyone's mind now is, what happens next? Will young Thug stand by his brother? Will Duke ever get a second chance? And who will emerge from this mess unscathed? Stay tuned, because the next chapter promises to be even more jaw-dropping. And just when you think things couldn't get any more complicated, the plot thickens. New evidence has reportedly surfaced, suggesting that the original charges against Duke might be tied to a larger conspiracy involving rival crews and corrupt officials. Sources say that this could explain the harsh sentencing and the unusual silence from Thug and his camp. Is this a setup to take down the entire family? Is someone using this tragedy to settle old scores? The lines between friend and foe are blurring, and nobody knows who to trust anymore. With tensions running so high, the pressure is mounting on Thug to make a move. Insiders say his upcoming album could reveal his side of the story, with cryptic lyrics hinting at betrayal, loss, and fighting back against injustice. Fans are dissecting every line, trying to piece together the real truth behind the headlines. Meanwhile, Duke's supporters are rallying harder than ever, organizing campaigns and calling for clemency. The battle is far from over, and the family's fate hangs in the balance. The moment the whispers about a conspiracy surfaced, the entire dynamic around young Thug's family shifted overnight. Suddenly, what seemed like a straightforward legal battle transformed into a tangled web of hidden agendas, backstabbing, and shadowy dealings that no one saw coming. Insiders close to the family revealed that the investigation into Duke's case wasn't just about the charges on paper, ran much deeper, involving high-level players from rival crews, some sketchy law enforcement officials, and even unexpected family allies with secrets of their own. The shockwaves of these revelations sent fans and critics alike scrambling to connect the dots. One source close to Thug said, "There's a lot more happening beneath the surface. This isn't just about Duke. It's about power, control, and a fight for survival in a world where trust is the rarest currency." Apparently, Thug's camp has been quietly gathering evidence to expose these forces, but the danger is real. Threats have been made, and paranoia is setting in. Thug himself has reportedly been seen meeting with private investigators and legal experts, desperate to protect what's left of his family legacy. Emotions are raw, and every day seems like a battle just to keep the peace. Inside the family, things are spiraling out of control. The rift between Thug and some of his closest allies is widening by the day. One insider spilled, Thug feels like he's surrounded by snakes. People he trusted the most may have played a part in what happened to Duke. It's tearing him apart. This suspicion has led to heated confrontations behind closed doors, with accusations flying and alliances shifting unpredictably. Some of Thug's longtime crew members have reportedly distanced themselves, not wanting to get caught in the crossfire of what's quickly turning into a full-blown war. The family's emotional turmoil is reaching new heights. Duke's wife, still reeling from the sentencing, is said to be isolated from the rest of the family, her anger focused squarely on Thug. She blames him for not stepping up harder, an insider revealed. There have been screaming matches where things got so intense that family members had to step in to calm everyone down. These clashes have played out in private, but the cracks are visible to anyone paying attention. Even those who once believed in the strength of the Thug family are now questioning whether they can ever heal from this. Meanwhile, Thug's social media silence has only fueled speculation. Fans and haters alike are dissecting every post, every comment, looking for clues. Some claim Thug is using the silence as a power move, playing the long game before dropping a major statement or project. Others fear he's breaking under the pressure. The tension online is almost unbearable, with fan groups clashing over loyalty, justice, and who's really to blame. It's clear the public's obsession with this story isn't fading anytime soon. The music industry is watching closely too. Several producers and collaborators have expressed concern privately, worried that Thug's personal battles could overshadow his career. A well-known producer told us, "He's one of the most talented artists out there. But when your personal life turns into a public soap opera, it's hard to focus." This situation with his brother is weighing on him. There are rumors that some upcoming projects might be delayed, while others could take a darker, more personal turn, reflecting the pain and betrayal Thug is experiencing. Amid all this chaos, a surprising figure has stepped into the spotlight: Thug's estranged cousin, who hasn't spoken publicly in years. Sources say this cousin is trying to mediate between the family factions, pushing for reconciliation and urging Thug and Duke's wife to bury the hatchet. "She's the peacekeeper," an insider explained. "She's been reaching out, trying to calm the waters, but it's a delicate situation. Whether her efforts will succeed remains to be seen, especially with emotions still so raw and wounds so fresh." The courtroom drama continues to haunt the family. New leaks suggest that some evidence in Duke's trial was mishandled or even deliberately suppressed. This revelation has sparked calls for a reopening of the case, with community leaders and activists rallying around Duke's name. Thug's legal team is reportedly reviewing these claims, weighing their options for a potential appeal. If new evidence does come to light, it could turn this entire saga upside down. But the clock is ticking, and the stakes have never been higher. One of the most explosive moments recently was a private confrontation, caught on a leaked audio recording between Thug and one of his closest advisors. In the clip, Thug's voice is raw and desperate. "How do I save my brother when the people I trusted the most are stabbing us in the back?" he asks, clearly overwhelmed. His advisor tries to calm him, but the tension is unmistakable. This candid glimpse into Thug's state of mind reveals just how much the pressure is weighing on him and how fragile his world has become. While Thug battles these personal demons, Duke is facing his own nightmare behind bars. Sources from inside the prison describe Duke as withdrawn and struggling to adjust. He's reportedly haunted by guilt, regret, and the crushing weight of a life sentence. Letters sent from Duke to family members reveal a man desperate for forgiveness and understanding, trying to hold on to hope in a place designed to break spirits. One letter reads, "I know I messed up, but I never wanted it to end like this. Please don't give up on me." The raw emotion in his words has moved even the toughest family members. The drama has also sparked debates about the justice system and the pressures faced by families caught in the crossfire of fame and street politics. Community activists are using Duke's case as a rallying cry against harsh sentencing and racial injustice. Thug himself has been quiet on this front, but insiders say he's quietly supporting these efforts behind the scenes, channeling his pain into a fight for change. This adds yet another layer of complexity to a story already bursting with tension. As the family drama unfolds, the media circus grows. Paparazzi camps outside family homes. Tabloids spin every rumor into headlines. And social media explodes with memes and hot takes. Thug's every move is scrutinized, every interaction dissected. Some say this relentless attention is what's tearing the family apart. Others argue that Thug's silence only fuels speculation. Whatever the truth, the pressure cooker atmosphere shows no signs of letting up amidst all this. There's a growing feeling among fans that Thug might be on the verge of a public reckoning. Some speculate that an upcoming album will be his way of telling the world his side of the story, exposing the betrayals and heartbreak in a way only he can. Lyrics leaked from studio sessions hint at themes of loss, loyalty, and revenge. Fans are anxiously waiting, hoping that Thug's music will bring clarity to the chaos or at least give them a window into his soul during these dark times. Meanwhile, Duke's supporters are growing louder, organizing online campaigns demanding a re-examination of his case. Hashtags trending across social media call for justice and mercy, while local protests push for prison reform. This groundswell of support is putting additional pressure on the legal system and on Thug himself. The family's public image is caught in the middle of a storm that's as much about politics as it is about personal tragedy. And just when it seemed the family couldn't sink any deeper into chaos, another bombshell dropped. Rumors that a close family member might be cooperating with authorities in exchange for leniency. This shocking claim has sent shockwaves through Thug's inner circle. Many feared this betrayal could unravel everything they've been fighting for. Thug's camp has neither confirmed nor denied the rumors, but insiders say trust is at an all-time low and paranoia is running wild. The pressure is now mounting like never before. Will Thug find a way to unite his fractured family? Can Duke's legal team uncover the truth before it's too late? And what will happen if these betrayals come to light in a way that shatters the family completely? The answers remain hidden, but one thing is certain: this story is far from over. And the drama is only escalating. As we close out part 2 of this unbelievable saga, the tension feels like it could snap at any moment. The fight for justice, loyalty, and survival rages on, with every day bringing new twists, new revelations, and new heartbreak. Keep watching closely, because the next part will dive into the explosive confrontations, secret alliances, and stunning fallout that will redefine the Thug family forever. The aftermath of the betrayal rumors sent shockwaves through the Thug family, and insiders say it ignited a powder keg of emotions that no one was prepared for. Thug, already battling on multiple fronts, is now forced to confront the possibility that someone from within his inner circle is working against him. Sources say Thug held a secret meeting with his closest confidants, where accusations flew like daggers, tempers flared, and alliances were questioned. It was a war zone, one insider revealed. People who once called themselves family were turning on each other like snakes in the grass. Thug's usual calm and collected demeanor cracked during this meeting. "How could you do this to us?" he reportedly yelled, voice trembling with a mixture of anger and heartbreak. "We built everything together, and now you want to tear it all down." The room fell into a tense silence before a trusted aide spoke up, urging everyone to stay united for Duke's sake. But the damage was done. The seeds of distrust had been planted deep, and from that point on, nothing would be the same. Meanwhile, Duke's world behind bars has taken a dark turn. Sources say he's been targeted by rival inmates who see his high-profile status as a threat or an opportunity. Prison insiders report that Duke narrowly escaped a violent attack after word spread of his sentencing. Thug was reportedly devastated when he found out, fearing for his brother's safety. "It's like a nightmare that never ends," an insider said. "He's trying to be strong for Duke, but the stress is crushing him." Letters from Duke to Thug reveal a man desperate for protection and reassurance, begging his brother to keep fighting. The family's public image has taken a huge hit, with tabloids and social media platforms exploding with speculation and rumors. Every family gathering now feels like a powder keg ready to explode. Insiders say Thug has been avoiding large family events to keep the peace, but that's only added fuel to the fire. Whispers of family members choosing sides have become louder, and some relatives have even publicly taken stances, deepening the divide. Thug's mother, once the pillar holding everyone together, is said to be struggling under the pressure. trying to keep peace, but increasingly overwhelmed by the chaos. One of the most shocking developments came when a leaked phone call between Duke and a mysterious figure surfaced online. In the call, Duke can be heard warning about plans that go beyond this trial, hinting at a larger game being played behind the scenes. The clip was quickly removed, but not before fans and critics dissected every word, speculating wildly about who this mysterious figure might be. Some say it's a rival crew leader. Others think it's someone closer to home, someone the family never suspected. This revelation added another layer of suspense and danger to an already volatile situation. The music world felt the tremors as well. Rumors spread that some of Thug's upcoming tracks would directly address this betrayal and family turmoil. Producers who have worked with Thug confirm that the sessions have been intense, with Thug channeling all his pain, anger, and frustration into the studio. One producer said, "This is the most emotional I've ever seen him. The music is raw, unfiltered. It's like he's using the studio as therapy." Fans eagerly await the release, hoping it will provide answers or at least a glimpse into Thug's mind during this chaotic time. Amid the chaos, it was a brief moment of hope. Thug's cousin, the family's unofficial peacemaker, managed to bring some family members together for a private meeting. Sources say the session was emotional, with tears, apologies, and promises to rebuild trust. Thug himself reportedly made a heartfelt plea for unity, saying, "We can't lose each other now. Duke needs us more than ever." But even as these efforts were underway, tension simmered just below the surface, reminding everyone that old wounds don't heal overnight. On the legal front, a new development rocked the case when an anonymous whistleblower stepped forward, claiming that critical evidence was manipulated to secure Duke's conviction. This bombshell revelation reignited calls for justice from activists and supporters. Thug's legal team immediately launched an investigation seeking to uncover whether Duke was indeed the victim of a setup. If confirmed, this could change everything. Some say this is the family's last hope to bring Duke home. Others fear it might expose even darker secrets and escalate the drama to unprecedented levels. Thug's relationship with Duke's wife also remains strained. Sources say there have been multiple heated phone calls between them, with blame and frustration dominating their conversations. She reportedly accused Thug of being too focused on his career and not enough on fighting for Duke's freedom. Thug, on the other hand, expressed exhaustion and heartbreak, feeling caught between his brother and the woman who was once family. This fractured relationship has only deepened the family divide, leaving many wondering if reconciliation is even possible. Fans and supporters of Duke have ramped up their efforts as well. Online campaigns, petitions, and protests have surged in the last few weeks, demanding a fair review of Duke's case and clemency. Social media has become a battleground, with passionate arguments about justice, loyalty, and the harsh realities of the criminal justice system. Thug himself has stayed largely silent on these movements, but insiders say he's quietly watching, conflicted and overwhelmed by the flood of emotions from all sides. Amid the public outcry, Thug's own mental health has come under scrutiny. Those close to him say he's been showing signs of deep stress and exhaustion, struggling to cope with the weight of his brother's sentence, the family drama, and the pressure of fame. He's human, one insider said. No one realizes how hard this is on him. It's breaking him in ways we can't see. Some friends have encouraged him to take a step back, focus on healing. But Thug remains determined to face the storm head-on, refusing to let this tragedy define him. As the story unfolded, a surprising new alliance emerged. Thug reportedly reached out to a longtime rival in the music industry, hoping to build bridges and find allies in this turbulent time. Sources say this move shocked many, given their history of clashes and public feuds. Sometimes you have to swallow your pride when family is on the line, the insider said. This unexpected collaboration might mark a turning point in Thug's battle to protect his brother's legacy and fight back against the forces threatening to destroy them. Just when it seemed the family might find some footing, another twist hit the headlines. Rumors surfaced that Duke's life sentence could be reconsidered due to his good behavior and involvement in prison programs. Advocates and family members are cautiously optimistic, hoping this could be the first step toward a possible early release. However, skepticism remains high given the seriousness of the charges and the complex legal battles still underway. The tug-of-war between hope and despair continues. The emotional toll has led to some family members stepping away from the spotlight entirely. Thug's younger siblings have reportedly kept a low profile, trying to shield themselves from the media frenzy and family drama. Insiders say they're struggling to cope with the pressure and the public attention on their broken family. Some friends say this might be a sign that the family's unity is fraying at the edges, with everyone fighting their own battles in silence amidst all the chaos. One thing remains clear: young Thug's world has been turned upside down. The brother he once stood beside is now behind bars for life. The family is fractured and the path forward is uncertain. But Thug's story is far from over. With every new revelation, every heated confrontation, and every emotional plea, the stakes keep rising. This isn't just a family tragedy. It's a saga of loyalty, betrayal, and survival in the harshest spotlight imaginable. Part 3 ends here, but the drama is far from finished. The next chapter will uncover the shocking fallout from these betrayals, the emotional confrontations that will shake the family to its core, and the possible resolutions that could either heal or destroy what's left. Stay tuned, because this story is about to reach a whole new level of intensity. The atmosphere inside the Thug family is thick with tension as the latest revelations continue to ripple through their lives. Sources say that a previously unseen side of young Thug has emerged. Man battling not only external enemies, but his own inner demons. Close friends describe him as a man on the edge, torn between the desire to protect his family and the overwhelming weight of grief and betrayal. He's pushing himself harder than ever, but it's clear this fight is draining him. An insider said recently, a private confrontation between Thug and Duke's wife reached a boiling point. The once unbreakable bond between them is now fractured by pain and mistrust. In a heated exchange overheard by a family friend, Duke's wife reportedly said, "You promised to fight for him, but all I see is silence." Thug, visibly shaken, replied, "I'm doing everything I can, but the system is bigger than us." The conversation ended without resolution, leaving the family even more divided. Friends say this clash is emblematic of the broader struggles tearing the family apart. Outside the family, the fan base remains fiercely loyal but divided. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds for heated debates, with some fans blaming Thug for not doing enough, while others praise his quiet strength in the face of adversity. Fan groups organize weekly vigils and online events to keep Duke's story alive, but tensions sometimes boil over into arguments and drama, reflecting the fracturing loyalties within the fan community itself. One fan said, "It feels like The story of young Thug and his brother Duke is a powerful reminder of loyalty, pain, and the complicated bonds of family. As we await the next developments, one thing is clear: this is a story that won't be forgotten anytime soon. Stay tuned for the explosive conclusion where everything could change. And the fate of the Thug family hangs in the balance. The Thug family saga has unfolded like a roller coaster of heartbreak, betrayal, and relentless struggle. Duke's life sentence has not only shattered the family, but also exposed raw wounds, deep divisions, and the harsh realities of loyalty tested under pressure. Young Thug's fight to protect his brother and hold his family together continues to captivate fans and critics alike, as every new twist adds layers of complexity to an already explosive story. from secret betrayals to legal battles and emotional confrontations. This family drama is far from over, and honestly, it might just be getting started, with whispers of evidence tampering, fractured relationships, and potential legal appeals. On the horizon, the fate of Duke and the unity of the Thug family hang in the balance. Will young Thug manage to rise above the chaos and bring healing to a family on the brink? Or will the betrayals and heartbreak pull them further apart? One thing is for sure, this story is filled with questions begging for answers. And fans around the world are watching closely, waiting for the next move. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think is really going on behind the scenes? Do you believe Duke has a chance at justice? Is young Thug doing enough, or should he be taking bolder steps? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your voice matters in this ongoing saga. And if you want to stay updated on every shocking twist and emotional moment, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Remember, this story isn't just about music or fame, it's about family, loyalty, and fighting against the odds. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, where we break down everything you need to know about this wild, heartbreaking, and unforgettable journey.